Despite an unsustainable socio-economic situation and unprecedented protests, Morocco's monarch has managed to retain power. But who is the Moroccan royal family? When it comes to royalty, don't worry, we have all the hidden details of Morocco's royal family and what their lavish lives are really like. Welcome to Crown Luxury. In this video, we will be looking at things based on the truth itself. We will look at the hidden, detailed narrative behind the wealth of Morocco's royal family. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click that bell icon so you get updated and can enjoy these videos. Let's get started. When Hassan II died, his oldest son, Mohammed VI, ascended to the throne. Mohammed VI, born in Rabat, is the 23rd monarch of the Alawite dynasty, having reigned for 2 decades despite the country's grave socioeconomic and political crises. In 1999, Mohammed VI fired Driss Basri, the powerful former interior minister, as a sign that he wanted to break away from his father's autocratic reign and assert his power over the state apparatus. 20 years later, the king is still struggling to free himself from the weight of a patrimonial tradition in which Muslim subjects pledge allegiance to their king. Last month, the palace issued a statement saying it did not want special celebrations for Throne Day on July 30th, which commemorates the king's ascension to the throne. However, it is difficult to believe the king is not following the patrimonial mode of governance. Moroccan authorities have been especially zealous in gathering crowds for the allegiance ceremony since 2011, demonstrating that the regime remains committed to perpetuating the tradition that preserves the monarchy's historical legitimacy. Change in continuity is one of Mohammed VI's political maxims, which sparked a lot of hope for reform. Indeed, many Moroccans expected him to depart significantly from Hassan II's autocratic reign as soon as he became king. The new monarch's youth, openness to civil society, and empathy for marginalized populations seemed to herald the kingdom's democratic future. Back then, many observers expected, from above, change to lead regime democratization. Instead, the young king has become entangled in the history of the Alawite sultans, who saw themselves as the shadows of God on earth after 20 years. Mohammed VI quickly established himself as a savvy businessman after ascending to the throne. He restructured the North African Omnium Group, or ONA, very early on, appointing Driss Jetu, the former CEO of Siger, a royal family holding, as its new CEO. Jetu became prime minister 2 years later, infuriating the Socialist Union of Popular Forces, which won the 2002 legislative elections. In 2010, the ONA merged with the National Investment Company, which was also majority-owned by Siger, to form the kingdom's main economic player, now known as Al Mada. Mohammed VI's fortune is valued at $5.7 billion, according to Forbes magazine. Simultaneously, the population is deteriorating. In a speech, the king acknowledged that the country's development model is inadequate and has become exhausted. A new development model is urgently needed. Hassan II's regime used a ruthless security apparatus to intimidate and silence political opponents. Upon assuming the throne, Mohammed VI emphasized the protection of liberties and the preservation of rights, seemingly willing to break with his father's legacy of repression. This did not account for the tenacity of the security establishment, whose officials would soon resume their old authoritarian practices. Following the deadly Casablanca attacks in 2003, the state arbitrarily arrested thousands under the guise of counterterrorism. The following year, the International Federation of Human Rights condemned Morocco's blatant violations of human rights. Following the Arab Spring, Mohammed VI's regime sought to quash popular protests. Secret Service Chief Abdelatif Hamouchi oversaw the brutal repression of the Hirak protest movement, which began in the Rif after the death of a fish seller. Far from the principle of separation of powers, the king also controls the justice system. He appoints the justice minister and the head of the Supreme Council of the Judiciary, which was established in 2017. Among other issues, the courts did not respect defendants' rights in the unjust trials of Hirak activists. Morocco's king is regarded as a symbol of national unity and the protector of the kingdom's territorial integrity. In 2004, he established the Equity and Reconciliation Commission to reconcile Moroccan victims of human rights violations committed during Hassan II's reign with the state. But it was criticized for failing to investigate the state's responsibility for crimes committed against regime opponents. In 2017, Hirak uprisings in Al Hoceima demonstrate Morocco's ongoing national identity crisis. The popular protests were brutally suppressed and the leaders were imprisoned. Shaken, the monarchy quickly sought to protect itself by denouncing and stigmatizing the Rif activists' separatist excesses, attempting to portray them as a threat to national unity. In response to the Arab Spring protests, Mohammed VI offered a royal revision of the constitution in 2011, which retained the monarch's full powers, despite some undeniable concessions. In its efforts to put an end to the February 20th movement, the regime hyped the threat of chaos and civil war. In 2017, the Hirak and the Rif marked the end of the Moroccan exception myth. Like many Arab authoritarian regimes, the regime would quickly revert to police violence and judicial repression to quell the Rif activists and deter future protests. Mohammed VI is the third king of Morocco and the richest family in Africa, as well as the sixth richest monarch in the world. The Moroccan royal family has a reported net worth of approximately $8.1 billion. The royal family consists of King Mohammed VI and Princess Lala Salma of Morocco. Crown Prince Moulay Hassan and Princess Lala Khadija, the family lives in their main palace, Dar el Makatsin Palace, also known as Palais Royal, which is located in Fes. But as you might expect, this is not the family's only home. In fact, they are said to enjoy 12 palaces across the globe. That's a whole lot of palaces and a whole lot of costs. Their main palaces have a daily operating budget of $960,000. That's almost $1 million per day in just maintenance costs alone. Luckily, the families are not hurting for money and can obviously afford this lavish lifestyle. In fact, they reportedly bring in over $3 billion per year from their various ventures. The family owns and has stakes in more companies than we can count. After years of speculation, King Mohammed VI and his wife, Princess Lala Salma, reportedly divorced in 2018. It's a good thing the family consistently earns billions of dollars per year because their lifestyle certainly necessitates a larger paycheck than most. In fact, the king is set to own an entire fleet of over 600 vehicles worth approximately $400 million. You could say he likes cars because he owns a 747 Boeing jet and a Gulfstream 650 private jet, both of which are reportedly stocked to the brim with the finest luxuries and custom accommodations. You could say they are fit for a king, and they certainly get around, which is a good thing because they are quite busy these days, as is typical of most royals. The families are often involved in various engagements and events around the world, but when they are not traveling, they are often hosting other important members of society, including other royals from different monarchies around the world. In 2019, the well-known Duke and Duchess visited Morocco and met with the royal family on this first official visit to the country. We can only wonder what Harry and Meghan's impression was of this royal family, and the thing we love most about the Moroccan royal family is how generous they are known to be, and what good is being obscenely rich if you don't have the heart to share it. The Moroccan royal family is known for their commitment to philanthropy and environmentalism. They have been hosting galas and fundraisers and doing their part to make the world a better place. In 2015, the royal family hosted a gala to raise funds in support of cancer, resulting in over $150 million raised. The royal family gave away spectacular and coveted items from their private collections, including the king's personal 1970 Mercedes-Benz and a painting by Picasso. Mohammed VI and his then-wife, Princess Lala Salma, also had dinner with President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. They reportedly gave the Obamas incredible gifts totaling more than $100,000, and worth that, these two famous couples are friends, knowing our people. Therefore, knowing how deeply generous the family is, it's no surprise that they are so highly revered, both in Morocco and around the world. King Mohammed VI has quite the reputation for being a generous person. So, there you have it, the story of the Moroccan royal family and their luxurious lifestyle that sets them apart from the rest of us. Thanks so much for watching here at Crown Luxury, and we will see you in the next video.